Hi there. Good, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, from whatever timing you're getting to see this video. All is decided, you know that. So today we're going straight to part 4 of a beautiful series we started some Fridays ago. We're doing a 10-part series on a letter to dear teens parents, a present teens parent, or a future teens parent. That would mean that if you're already a parent of a teenage child, or you will be a parent certainly of a teenage child, this letter is to you. We're talking about 4 parts or this is today's our 4th part on what a parent should do, or how a parent should handle their teens, or how they will be able to successfully raise them as they ought to. So today on part 4, we are talking about pay attention to your teenage child. Is a habits are picked, behavioral patterns are learned. How a certain child talks, how they begin to act, how they begin to walk are things that can be picked maybe from the home, maybe from the movies that they watch, or from the people that they interact with. So pay attention to your kids. Know when your child, who would naturally be more calm, has become more wide. Know when they are making certain changes in their life. If you don't pay attention to them, you will not be able to tell each season and each phases that they are in with their life. You see, I heard a teenager once said to a sister that you don't care about me, you don't pay attention to me. I was laughing because the sister was actually doing everything that she was complaining that she wasn't doing. So they are not really satisfied at some point. But when you pay a certain attention to them, it does something for them. All right. It makes them feel important. It makes them feel loved. It makes them feel cared for. It makes them feel that you are looking out for them and you are giving them the needed and the necessary attention that they need or that is required. So when you pay attention to your teenage child, how do you do that? Listen. Don't listen. I'm not talking about listening while they are talking. No, listen to them. There's the way they act. There's the way they move. There's the way they do the things that concern them. So you're wondering, my child that used to be very talking, she's not very calm. Don't throw that away. You should not. You should pay attention to the fact that, okay, you're listening to their behavior. You're listening to their character. You're listening to the way they're talking, the way they are working, the way they are dressing, the way they are doing the things that they are doing. Because the reason why you are doing that is because if you don't, you would miss out on the transformations that happen in their life. You have to pay attention to them by listening to them. And listening to them is not when they are talking, by listening to the fragrance that which their life is bringing forth. So if you listen to what their life is showing, you will see the things that are not said. All right. So you can track down, okay, we saw this movie together, and I noticed that she began to speak in this manner after that movie that we saw together. You can also say that, okay, she began to walk like this because maybe I walk like this, or because her dad walked like this, or maybe because people around or people in school. You can actually track the transformation that happened in the life of your teenager if you only pay attention. Yes, I know that your life is busy. Yes, I know that you have a lot on your hand, but that's the reason why you should listen to them. Not when they are talking alone, please. When they talk, listen. The way you expect them to listen while you talk, or get to that part, learning to listen in conversation. Because a lot of time, parents don't listen to their children in conversation. There's this, come on, I have your life figured out. I know what you should do with your life, which is awesome. Every parent should be in that position. But you see, that will be our next talk. So let's learning to listen to your child in conversation. But today, we're talking about paying attention to your teenage child. In paying attention, listen to the transformation in their life. People say that when they are teenagers, that's when they are most rebellious. What if I tell you that that's not 100% correct? What if I tell you that people assume that teenagers are rebellious because they think they want to explore? Yes, they are curious, but curiosity can be guided. Curiosity can be channeled into the right things. Many times, if we give, I used to tell a young girl that Don't refuse attention from the right people only to receive attention from the wrong people. It will ruin your life. That means the parents, the siblings are in the better position to pay attention to the teenage child. If you deprive them of attention that they desire, they will go and look for it elsewhere. And come on, you don't even know what they are going into. You don't even know whose harm they will be into. You don't want to risk that. So pay attention to them. When they act, when they do the things they do. Yes, you may notice there's anything that does not sit down well with you. Chill, observe it again. Once you discover it's a reputation, that means it's something that has become part of their life. Then you cannot attack it. Like when I mean attack, fix it. Look for. Don't just go. Okay, why are you doing this? Parents like to do that. Chill in the context of relax. Wait small. Like okay, I've noticed that I've been noticing this with you. So when did this start? Or when did you learn this? How did you learn this from? How do we unlearn this? Have a conversation about the things that you don't like that your teenage children are doing. Don't just, you know, a very interesting teenager I have, but I don't want to go into that conversation. I have a lot of them that are really interesting, but if you pay attention to your teenage child, just no matter how busy you are, find it as an intentional act to do by paying attention to them. Give attention to them. Teenagers are in their formative age. Formative age would mean that whatever they are picking, whatever they are becoming as a teenage child, it's what they would use in a long time in their life. And that means that they may never change some certain habit that they pick now, or they may find it difficult to try to change certain habit that they will pick later. But you see, if you allow them pick the right habit now and nurture and culture and weed out the habit that they don't need, you